We got some hockey. We got some basketball. Congratulations, OKC. Let's go.
Holy, it is hot, but we are live still. It's Tuesday on the Real Fresh Channel, College Sportscast. Half Fresh Big Luke, what's up, man?
What's up? I'm boiling, man.
Oh man, you do look boiling, to be honest with you.
Sweaty, burnt, tan, whatever.
Yeah, you're baked in. I'm clearly a back shift like desk work here, you know.
Yeah, it's some different shades we are.
Or white as they come, but anyway.
Yeah.
All right, like you said, man, yeah, basketball and hockey. The finals, and I mean, it's basically a lot of trades going on, man, in both sports.
Crazy, man. Crazy. It's kind of nuts, actually, for today, anyway.
It was going to be slow, I thought, but
yeah, it picked up yesterday. So yeah, 9 trades.
Yeah. Well, real quick, you mentioned them. Let's start with OKC. Winning the NBA Finals over the Pacers in Game 7. I think that was just the day after our show last week. It was a pretty good game, actually. Game 7 itself, like the Pacers were up, like 3 or 1 at halftime.
Yeah, the half at half it was or coming into half, it was a pretty scrappy game. I thought I kind of liked it actually. It wasn't the prettiest, but it was competitive. It was close.
Yeah, it was at least close.
Hard defense, some maybe nervous offense there, and Pacers were hanging. And then could have been a different story. Tyrese Halliburton going down doesn't help anybody.
Yeah, I was going to get to that, man. Big moment. No, go over to it. It was a big moment. And there were some people before this game. I heard a lot of rumblings of him being like a faker, overselling, so to say.
He tore his Achilles.
In previous games of the series.
Oh, yeah. No, he's not a faker. That dude's tough, man.
No, that was real. You could see the moment it snapped. I think.
Oh,
did you see it?
It was too bad because it could have been different for sure. I don't think it would have been, but it was tight.
Man, he was crying before he hit the ground, which was kind of weird.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he must have been.
I mean, I've never snapped anything.
I've never snapped a bone in my life. So yeah, I might have pulled something or tore something like along the way, but not my Achilles.
Yeah,
but credit to OKC, man. They did their thing. I actually I know they call him the whatever Shea, right? For getting the free throw. What did they call him? The foul shot merchant. Merchant. I don't even listen to that because it's stupid.
Yeah, man, shout him out, man. I was gonna say regular season and playoff MVP.
Canadian boy.
He also, correct me if I'm wrong here, I believe he won the scoring title this season as well.
Yeah. He's a beast, man. 3 straight years with 30+ points. Like he's
also the first person in it was like over 20 years that's been all 3 in the same year.
Oh, is it Jordan?
I would have to look it up, man. I'm just going by memory.
I don't know who it is. I heard that, but I didn't actually look it up too. I heard they mentioned it that night, and I didn't.
That makes sense because I say over 20 because I don't remember, but it was like 20 something.
It was 25. I thought, which wouldn't be Jordan? Would that be like David Robinson? I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, cool nonetheless. But anyway, I think they're, signing all these guys. Like they're such a deep team, and it's team of studs, man. But signing all these guys can be tricky going forward, but they can put together a franchise like that is a dynasty. And they have a ton of first round picks coming up. Like it's not like they gave away all their first round picks. Yeah. They have like accumulated them if anything, right? Yeah. And I think that only says that they can pick and choose who they want on this team and what price tag they're thinking. And kind of like what Boston's going through right now a little bit, but I think it's
Austin's in a spot,
man. They're only going to get older, which is good. They're such a young team. I'm excited to see what they can do. I also Jalen Williams is great. The rest of the supporting cast is great, but I love watching Chet Holmgren play. I think he's terrific. I think he's got a great team. I'm big fan of him.
Yeah, and you know what? I feel like the Pacers might have just cracked a little bit at the end. Like there was more turnovers than I was used to seeing just from the eye test, just watching Game 7.
I wonder if that's related to nervous energy and stuff. Sorry, I thought you were done that point.
No, exactly. Yeah, man. Go ahead.
No, I just think it was maybe nervous energy out there, but it made for an exciting game. I thought the game was good. I actually liked the finals overall for the most part.
It was way better than anyone thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I didn't catch it all, but I caught most of it. And I was impressed. I liked it. I wish we could have that game number 42 during the season, right? Like where teams are, scrappy, right? I just like the compete level. And good on the Pacers and good on OKC. They're champs. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's almost like the history of being there before kind of helped them become. And the Pacers, and they were just turning it over like crazy, which I always found they were playing good team ball like the whole playoffs up until Game 7.
Yeah.
It's a shame, but really it's not because they accomplished more than anyone ever thought they could.
Yeah. The Pacers for sure. They slinked in over the sixth seed.
I think so.
Something like that. Yeah, crazy. But maybe OKC starting a dynasty. We'll see.
We'll see.
Hard to say.
You do the math. All right. Next up, we're looking at this 4-player trade between the Pelicans and the Wizards. Let's see. So the Pelicans are trading CJ McCollum, Kelly Olynyk, and a future second-round pick to the Washington Wizards for Jordan Poole, Saddiq Bey, and the number 40 pick. And I got to be honest, I don't really take either team too seriously. Although, shout out Olynyk. We got to give shout out Olynyk.
Canadian boy again. We got a lot of Canadians in the NFL, in the NBA.
Man, Steve Nash started it all, I think.
Steve Nash, I believe at one point was the only one in the league at one point, right? Like, it was
crazy.
Pretty sparse. I'm thinking two guys in the 90s. I think Bill Wennington for the Bulls, and I think Steve Nash, guys who were around then. I can't think of any other Canadians then. I think it's crazy.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, sorry. Back to the trade though. Yeah.
Go ahead.
At first I was like, what's the point, right? Like, McCollum's not a great defender. Poole's a better defender than him. They both score about 20 a game, right? McCollum's a good shooter. Poole's a good shooter. I think the reason they went with the Wizards, is because he's a free agent. I think McCollum's a free agent after this upcoming season. So for the Wizards, it frees up some money. Right. And then same deal with Poole, right? I think Poole's a free agent after 2 more years. I think it's strategic. I think it's just cap space stuff. I think there's similarities. Saddiq Bey's cool going to the Pelicans. I think the Pelicans won it technically if you're just not thinking money, if you're just thinking players for players, because they have Poole solid. A little bit. I take him a little bit over McCollum, and Saddiq Bey is better than Olynyk at this point, by quite a bit. So, we'll see. But I think it's more just a cap space move, and
that's a paper move, sure.
Yeah, I actually was like, when I saw it, because I was like, I'm going to do a deep dive on this one, because what is going on here?
Like the Wizards, I guess they're getting what they can for what they have and hoping to rebuild, man. But they still have a few years to go.
Yeah, they do, and they have a nice high pick this year, and they've drafted all right. So we'll see. They're putting together a decent team, but it's going to take some time. It's not going to be there for at least a couple of years. So they need a lot more still. But they're on their way.
I don't know if anyone won or lost that trade.
I just it didn't excite me. It's a cap space thing. Cap space thing. Yeah, I think the Wizards clear up a bunch of cap space after next year. Right. I think that's how it goes, or next year, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, didn't really.
It's a business decision more than anything.
Yeah, it didn't really interest me that much when I saw
it. It didn't spark the attention.
No, for sure. Good player, so don't get me wrong. Good player. Yeah.
Let's go over to the Boston Celtics, who are trading Jrue Holiday to the Trailblazers. Oh man, I forget how you told me how to say this already. Anthony Simons. And 2 second-round picks. Holiday is a 6-time All-Defensive team. Pretty sure that was with 2 different teams as well.
I think it was Milwaukee, Boston. I think you're right. Yeah.
Now, last year he had a career low in points, but that's because he was doing so much defensively, and I feel like the Celtics didn't care how many points he scored. He was there as a defensive specialist. Now they don't really want to pay him because their real star is hurt and they're not going to contend. So that's my opinion on it. I guess there's $104.4 million left over 3 years.
Yeah, they're trying to clear up all this cap space in Boston, and it's they're definitely doing it. Another trade just came down the line like 8:30 there. I saw that we'll get to in a sec, but I like this trade for like Anthony Simons is all right. He's a bit of a scorer. He scored probably, I think he averaged 19 or something like that. Yeah, which is solid, but he's a guy on that young team that you can part with because they still have maybe there's potential with Scoot Henderson, with Shaden Sharp, Klingon. I really like this the young nucleus of the team, and I think actually Jrue Holiday, who can still play. I know the past.
He's older than I thought he was.
Yeah, he's 34, but the past 2 years in Boston, maybe he's still a little from his Milwaukee days, but he's still an effective player, and he still is going to be a leader on that team.
He's been through a lot to get where he is, man. All these different teams, all these different roles.
Oh yeah, and he does it. So I think it's a good trade for the Blazers.
Does it?
I like it. I like it. Now Simons is no joke. He's not going to set records or anything here, but he's a good player. The 2 first-round picks is their first 2 second-round picks is we'll see how that they draft, right? I actually like this trade. I think it's a good leadership move for that fairly young Portland team. I liked it, honestly.
Yeah, I think the Celtics, from what I read, they really wanted to get out of that second level of luxury tax. They won't admit it because they have a pretty good team still. Yeah. But they're telling me as a neutral that next season is a write-off. Yeah. Which is crazy for the Celtics to do that.
No, it's unbelievable because I actually think I had them winning the World Series, winning the title this year. So yeah, it's kind of crazy how it goes, but
it helps with their money problems. I mean,
yeah, I just don't get the okay, so let's go back to Boston a little bit. So they just traded away Porzingis to the Hawks in the trade too.
Yeah, they're trading away
dumping all their salary. This just happened. Breaking news, everybody. Porzingis traded to the Hawks in like a 3-team trade or some shit like that.
They're trying to rebuild for when Tatum comes back, but he's expected to miss this whole season.
Yeah, there's a few guys that might miss this whole season. They're stud players. I just think it's like a bit extreme, but I don't know.
It's going to be weird seeing them miss the playoffs.
Yeah, it is weird. And if they even miss the playoffs, who knows, right?
Yeah, the East is pretty whatever.
But his benefit Hawks, I think, are better now with in there. And I think Portland benefited from that trade. I really do. Even though nothing wrong with Simons, he's a good player. So much of a ceiling, so that's the issue maybe. But yeah, good for Portland. Good for the Hawks. We'll see. I'm curious to see what happens. I'm curious to see what happens with the Celtics.
I understand what the Celtics are doing, but it just seems that they went too far with the right decisions. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
My final NBA note is about the Houston Rockets trading for Kevin Durant.
Crazy trade, man.
So Mr. Kraft himself.
What'd you say?
Mr. Kraft himself. Here's my notes, and I lost them. The Houston Rockets have acquired Kevin Durant and sent back to the Suns Dylan Brooks, Jalen Green, and 6 future picks. I think Durant, okay, he's amazing. He's also overrated too. Like, I don't recall him ever being the reason for any of the success of his team. Like, of course, he was an important tool, but he was never the backbone of any real success. That's my take.
Fair enough. OKC, he was the guy. In OKC, he was the guy. And Russell Westbrook, there we go, was like 1A, right?
Yep.
And then you had James Harden off the bench. He had a good team there, Cephalosha. But that team didn't get to the promised land. They didn't win a title. Yeah, they didn't win a title. So, okay, here we go. He was a piece of that Warriors team that won the title, or 2 titles. But he wasn't the reason. The reason was Steph Curry.
I don't think he was there for the first one.
Was it 1 or 2 he was there for? Oh, anyway, it doesn't matter. He wasn't the reason. No, exactly. Either of those. It was Steph Curry. That was Steph Curry's team. Steph Curry and to Kevin Durant.
I would take. What's the next guy's name? Drawing a blank. On that old team, Steph Curry.
Oh, Klay Thompson.
Klay Thompson. Jesus.
Draymond Green, Klay Thompson. Yeah.
I mean, I would take Klay Thompson in that year over Durant.
Yeah. Durant's had a better career and is a better player, but I think Thompson was even a better fit on that team than Durant was when you look at it, right? Like it just seemed like it was geared around Thompson, Green, and Curry, and then they threw in Durant, and then you still got a championship, but it wasn't him who took you to that promised land, right? Anyway, getting back here. Saying all that, you know how we don't like Durant, and he's almost 37. I think he's turning 37.
He's old.
He's 36 for sure. Anyway, the Suns get Jalen Green, who hasn't really figured out the how to be that.
Like you always see his name, but you never really pay attention to it.
He's good, but he was expendable. Dylan Brooks is 29. I think they thought he was expendable, even though he's a good defender and he's a decent scorer.
Was he that like crybaby greasy guy?
Yeah, he's a mouthpiece out there. Canadian boy, Dylan Brooks.
I can't remember exactly what he did, but something he did made me not like him. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, there's some shit like on the court that he did. But I will say that I don't think they were going to go after sign Thompson. They're going to let him go. I think you got a year or 2 left, 1 year left with Brooks. 1 year, I think, maybe 2. Anyway, and then he'll be gone. But you got Durant for a couple of years now. I think they're building the team around him. And Thompson, Tyrese, and Alperen Sengun. These guys are the nucleus now that they wanted. And Fred VanVleet being the point guard, veteran guy, and then veteran Durant. If he's still good,
I like VanVleet for sure.
Yeah. I think it's an all right move. And then he's a free agent after next year. So it frees up a lot of cap space. I just maybe they lost faith in Jalen Green getting that next level. And Dylan Brooks, they're losing some contract there, right? It's probably cap space move. Maybe they have something planned going forward still or for tomorrow with the draft. But I say at the end of the day, I don't know what Phoenix is looking to do. So I'll say the Rockets won the trade. Even though I do like both those players, Jalen Green.
Really? Okay, man. You kind of.
I think Durant just because he's going to be off the books in a couple of years. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. We'll find out. But I think they had Thompson, Eason, and Sengun, not in that order, as the guys to build around, and then they throw some veterans around them. That's my thought on it.
I mean, I agree. They're going to be a good team. They're going to win a series or 2 in the playoffs. I don't see them going all the way. I honestly thought it was an overpay with all the picks, man. 6?
Yeah, a lot of picks. Second rounders. All second rounders, was it? Yes.
Yeah, I guess that's not as
number 10. No, number 10 this year. Number 10 overall this year, and then 5 second rounders. 5 second rounders.
I mean, number 10 is pretty good.
Yeah, but I'm still okay with it. It's such a weird league now. I have to wrap my head around it a little bit, but I'm
felt like an overpay to me a little bit.
Yeah, but it I think Houston will still be what they want. They'll get this year, next year, maybe. That's a title, but I mean, like they'll be good, and I think it's a good move. But Wait, this year. Durant's gone after. He's free agent after this year, I believe. Hold on 1 second. Where's my notes here? I wrote that down somewhere. Anyway, I think for now, I honestly think Houston took it.
Wow. Okay. I'm going with Houston in the short term, but it's an overpay. Can I do that or what?
Yeah, and we'll see where Jalen Green is too. He might surprise us and get to that instead of 20 points a game, get to 23, 24 points a game, 25. Who knows, right? We'll see.
That's the next level.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, before we switch things over to the NHL, I want everyone to take their energy to the next level with this.
Dubby. 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 Free from sugar, fillers, jitters, and all that BS.
Bite-sized pizzas on wholesome little bagels.
Dubby. 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 Free from sugar, fillers, Dubby.
Anytime. Welcome back to the show. We are going to get back to business. Whew. Man, I did the math earlier. It was like 98 degrees for all you Americans out there.
Actually, I didn't know the math.
I had to look it up.
98 degrees. Terrible band. Terrible band.
Oh, man, I'll just say that's the best boy band going.
Oh, yeah, they're awesome. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, brother.
Oh, hell yeah, brother.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, keep Macho Man in there. Frig Alex Jones. Give me Macho Man. The sound bite from Macho Man.
Oh, all right, I'll get it.
Yeah, he's the man. Best sound bites ever, man. You ever see that 15 minutes?
No,
Cup of coffee? You ever see that promo? Oh my God, it's the funniest thing you'll ever see.
Like the highlight of his promos?
Yeah. He stuffs the creamer, Mean Gene Oakland.
Yeah, I saw that.
Or pocket. Yeah.
Cream always rises to the top.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I saw it.
Beast, man, beast.
All right, let's get it going with the NHL. Let's talk
NHL.
some Anaheim. Yeah. And I was like, yes, man. I was like, oh, what? Anaheim Ducks trading Trevor Zegras to the Philadelphia Flyers by the Anaheim Ducks on Monday for Ryan. Oh, man, you told me this. I'm going to say Paling. Fuck, man, it looks like Poling to me. And I'm sweating my arse off here.
Yeah.
Paling, a second-round pick, number 45 overall in the 2025 NFL NHL draft, and a fourth-round selection in the 26th draft. What's your opinion on that one, man?
My opinion on that one is it sounds like the Ducks were just like, no, we're done with this Trevor Zegras project. The first few years, he looked like he was going to get that next level of scoring. He was close to a point a game or semi-close. Past 2 years, a little bit of injuries. It's not a good defender. The Ducks said, frig this, let's trade and get a good two-way player in Paling who can skate and be maybe that third line guy or whatever. And the Ducks are a good young team. Like when you think of Carlson, you think of McTavish, Terry, and I know they had a Kreider we talked about last week, good veteran guy. He was expendable. Zegras was expendable. But I will say this. The Flyers have a lot of young guys that are decent players, man, like decent young guys. Maybe they feel they can find something with them. And I get the trade for both sides. Made sense for the Ducks, and I think it makes sense for the Flyers.
Was it meniscus?
Yeah, something. Yeah, meniscus. I think it was. But he missed a chunk of time.
7 games.
Yeah, he didn't have a big year past 2 years at all. I know he missed time in both seasons, right? But one season especially, the year before this past one, I think he missed a bunch of time. But
that's part of it.
It's almost a project, I think, at this point for the Flyers, and I think they have the guys around him that could help them. But we'll see. I think the Ducks won this trade in my eyes in terms of the rebuild. I like it. I think Zegras just.
I also like it, actually, man.
Zegras just won it in my eyes, right?
I am clearly not that familiar with Paling. When I looked up his stats, they were pretty good, man.
Yeah, he's a good two-way guy. Like he has a little bit of offense, and he adds some good defense, right? Like he's a decent player out there. I think it's a good move. I like the move. I like the move, and the Flyers. I like it for them too. I really like it. I don't
hate it for the Flyers. No, not at all.
I just want to take the shot, right, and see what you can do with them.
But I feel like the Ducks definitely won the trade.
Yeah, I actually like it for the Ducks.
But were you hearing
honestly,
that?
I was actually cool with this trade. Sorry, buddy. What?
No, I was asking. Have you heard that the Ducks are losing this trade?
I haven't really heard. I've just been kind of like analyzing a little bit, and then I was checking out rosters, and I was going through guys, and just to see. But I didn't really hear like opinions on it. I just kind of going off the facts and what was known and everything, right? But were people negative that you saw anywhere, or?
Not really. It was a pretty good trade, I think.
Yeah, I actually like it. I think we're kind of both in agreement with that it could pan out for both teams. So.
Yeah, Ducks win, but I don't hate it. I did read that Zegras he wants to play center. So Chris Kreider's there. And then what else do I have? I just have I like this for the Ducks more than the Flyers, man. I guess they are rebuilding. I don't hate it for the Ducks. That was what my straight up note before you I'm okay.
I'm okay. I think it's a kind of win for both teams. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I definitely feel like the Ducks won that trade, man.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's a good depth guy they got. What else we got?
It's just we're moving on to the Hockey Hall of Fame. We got.
Oh shit! I didn't write that down.
I got it here. You sent it to me, but
I did send it to you, but I didn't write it down. I'm sorry, man.
You're good, man. 8 new members. I've got some notes on a couple of these guys, and we can just go through them here. So the 8 new members later this year into the Hall of Fame will be Joe Thornton, Zedane Chara, Duncan Keith, Alexander McGinley, Jennifer Botterill, Brianna Decker, Jack Parker, Danielle Savo, Zdeno Chara.
There you go. You were thinking Zinedine Zidane or something.
You're right. I haven't heard his name in a while, man. Okay.
Yeah, it's been a while. Okay, I'll go through it. Chara, 100% deserving, was one of the best defensemen in the league for a number of years. Ended up getting the Stanley Cup, played all sorts of minutes, was 6'9", beat the shit out of everybody in the NHL. Like, honestly, maybe not the toughest guy ever, but probably the best fighter in the history of the NHL. But he could play 30 minutes a game because he's that good and had a great shot. First ballot Hall of Famer, beast.
Ruined to me always.
100%, 100 for me too. Duncan Keith, 100% a Hall of Famer, was probably the best defenseman in the league for 3, 4, 5 year stretch.
Definitely, man.
Good offensively. Oh man, solid. Beast on defense, solid offensive guy, no brainer. Who else? Joe Thornton, great playmaker and a tough bugger too, and played forever and had how many thousands, 1,500 points in the NHL. I don't know what it was. My only thing is, I'm not going to talk about anybody else. I'm just talking about the NHL guys. Alexander McGillney, I don't think he's Hall of Famer. I don't think McGillney's Hall of Famer. I'll say that. I don't think he did enough.
You see that, Juice?
I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. I really, really don't. He had the 76 goal year, and he had, I think, a 50 goal year. But outside of that, like, there wasn't much. You only end up with, I think less than 400 goals. And if he's a goal scorer, if that's your only thing, you have to hit at least 500 to be in the Hall of Fame in my eyes, right? I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. I really believe that. I'm going to stick to that. You look at the stats, go look at the stats. Anybody, I don't think McGillney's Hall of Famer. But everybody else, very, very deserving. Joe Thornton, Duncan Keith.
Juicy.
I like the accent one better.
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
Ignore that one, but that's a good one. That's my favorite, actually.
With McGinley, man, that's kind of where I think I age out with the first 3 or 4 people. Like, I kind of had to
love McGinley. You saw them play.
Yeah, the first. Yeah, like I'm old enough to remember Chara in his prime. You know what I mean? I remember him being physical, but also he had that finesse of that super long poke check.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely old enough to remember Chara. I'm old enough to remember Thornton and that beard. I remember him as a Shark. I don't know about you. He played 9 years in Boston. So people might see him as a Bruin.
Yeah, I actually he's pretty split in a lot of ways. Because he became great in Boston.
To me.
And then he came on or kept coming.
Do you remember when someone ripped his beard out?
They kept coming. So anyway. But he's still a Shark. I don't know, sorry. You know what I mean? Anyway. Thornton, great playmaker. That's all I gotta say about Thornton. Great playmaker.
Do you remember when someone pulled his beard out in the playoffs?
Pulled on his beard, but he probably beat the shit out of them. I remember that happening a few times.
Yeah, man. Someone came out with a big choke. I remember that.
Yeah, who was that? And that was in a fight, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a fight, but he just grabbed his beard.
Yeah, and you know what? He was a machine, man. But he was such a smooth player out there. Such a smooth player. Like, he was like the best of both worlds, right? You know what I mean? He got to Gretzky at times with this passing and everything, and then he could beat the shit out of you. Like,
was that really Kadri?
That did it?
Wow, we are old, man. I feel like Kadri's a young guy.
Kadri's not that young now. He's 33, 34. Isn't
this is from 2018. I mean, that was 7 years ago. Christ.
Kadri's probably mid-30s almost, I would say. But anyway, McGillney shouldn't be a Hall of Famer. Joe Thornton's coming on there.
Man, we gotta go give a shout out also, I think, to Duncan Keith, man. Blackhawk to me, you know.
Duncan Keith's awesome. Yeah.
It was about a half a point a game, but defenseman. Huge plus minus 159. I know people don't really care that much, but plus 159. You're a defenseman.
That's awesome because he plays pivotal moments. He's penalty kill. Yeah. He is power play. Like, it's going to happen that you're going to. But at the 159, it's fine, especially since 2000 on. Like, we don't have plus 80 seasons anymore. You have nowhere near that, right? Duncan Keith was asking every scenario. Duncan Keith was up there, right? So it is. He's a beast. I would have taken Duncan Keith any day of the week on the Blues, right? So, beast player, man, beast.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So 3 of the 4 I agree with out of the NHL guys who made it.
Gee. All right.
No McGillney. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer.
You heard him. McGillney is not a Hall of Famer. Luke, Big Mac Daddy.
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
Do you know what that's going to be, boys and girls? It's going to be short right there. What?
Clip that, AI. All right, man. That is all I have, though, man. Did I have anything you wanted to get to here?
No, I think I'm good. I'm just that was fun. It was a good show.
Oh yeah, man.
Congrats, OKC. That's all I'm saying. I think they have a chance to repeat.
I think so too.
Yeah, 100%.
Let's go get some more cool downs here, man. I got some popsicles in the freezer.
Oh, I'm just gonna do something. I don't know.
It's the Fresh Take Sports Podcast live every Tuesday. YouTube, the Real Fresh Channel. Facebook, College Sportscast. It's only 99 cents to show your love right below us, right here, right now. And we'll see you guys next week. Peace, man.
Peace, Brad.
And